I would like to welcome you all in the playlist of digital signal processing. In this video, I'm going to discuss most important short notes and the passing package for module number 2 of DSP. This can be used for any university in India or abroad. Apart from that, I'm mainly focusing on the VTU curriculum. So, however, it can be used for KTU and any other university. Even it will be helpful for your GATE examination as well. So, moving on to the further discussion. So in the module 2, the main topic to be covered, number 1, set transform, number 2, properties of set transforms. Go for the statement only, that is actually the import like a syllabus strategy. System function of linear time invariant system, frequency domain sampling, discrete Fourier transform, that is DFT. DFT as a linear transformation, ultimately DFT property. Six property you need to study: periodicity, linearity, symmetry, circular, and linear convolution, circular convolution. Okay, so these are the important like a topic to be covered in this module. So first of all, let me talk about like a Z transform. Z transform is a method, okay, which converts time domain discrete signal into Z domain. X of n is going to convert into Z domain. Tell me the formula of Z transform. X of Z, that is nothing but Z domain, right? So how you are getting the Z domain from the discrete time signal. That means n is equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n into z to the power minus n. It is a standard formula which is most important. What is region of convergence? The set of set values for which the above summation converges. That point is known as region of convergence. Remember the definition. Common set transform, very important for your exam point of view. What is the Z transform of delta of n? That is nothing but 1. Z transform of u of n is nothing but 1 by 1 minus z to the power minus 1. Z transform of a to the power n into u of n is equal to 1 by 1 minus a z to the power minus 1. Very important. Minus a to the power u of minus n minus 1, that is equal to 1 by 1 minus a into z. So these are the important formula which you can expect any one of the question in the university examination. Request everybody to remember this formula. Even problem part also it will be helpful. What are the different properties of set transform? It may directly ask in your examination. Study the statement only. That is a like a syllabus description from the like a VTU EC syllabus. What is linearity? A into x1 of n plus b into x2 of n is equal to a into capital X1 of z plus b into capital X2 of z. This is actually properties known as linearity property. What is time shifting? X of n is tends to x of z. Therefore, x of n minus k is equal to z to the power minus k into x of z. That point you have to remember. What is time reversal? X of minus n is equal to x of z to the power minus 1. That is a difference. What is convolution? X of n into h of n is nothing but x of z into h of z, and vice versa also. Differentiation in Z domain, n x of n is equal to minus z into d x of z by dz. Multiplication by a to the power n. A to the power n and x of n can be written in both the direction, that is a capital X z by n. These terms also you should be very strong. System function of linear time invariant system. For LTI system, y of n can be given as x of n convolution h of n. In taking set transform, x of z is equal to x of z into h of z. Correct. We need to take the transform. So n discrete time signal become z transform, z domain. The system function h of z is equal to y of z by x of z, where y of z is the output and x of z is the input. Frequency domain sampling. What is frequency domain sampling? A discrete time signal can be reconstructed from the DFT sample because the following reasons. Number one, DFT takes sampling in the frequency domain. IDFT reconstruct the original signal exactly if no information lost. That is why like uh, we should know about the frequency domain sampling. What is discrete Fourier transform? Tell me the DFT formula. X of k is equal to n to the power 0, n is equal to 0 to n minus 1, x of n into wn whole to the power nk, where wn is nothing but an exponential operator e to the power minus j 2 pi by m. What is IDFT? It is a reverse process of DFT. X of n is equal to 1 by n into k is equal to 0 to n minus 1, x of k wn to the power minus nk. These are the DFT and IDFT formula. Kindly remember this, very, very important. DFT linear transformation, DFT is equal to matrix into vector, that is capital X equal to wn into x. There is w in the DFT matrix. DFT properties, very scoring, it is very, very important. linearity x k into x1 of n plus b into x2 of n equal to a into x1 of k plus b into x2 of k. Periodicity is x of k plus n is equal to x of k, small letter k. Remember that. Circular time shift y of n is equal to y of n minus m to the power n. Yk is equal to wn mk into n k into x of k. What is circular phase shift? X of n wn minus nk, that is equal to x of k minus m. Complex conjugate summary. So x of n minus k is equal to x star of k. Circular convolution. X of n convolution x2 of n is equal to x1 of k into x2 of k. Remember that. So, important questions which is repeated for previous year question paper. I have a question bank. Based upon that, I found that most repeated questions which is must set transform, determine set transform of a to the power n u of n and minus a to the power n u of minus n minus 1. Properties of set transform you have to study. System function also don't leave. Because DFT always asks for 8 to 10 minutes. So derive DFT equation, compute 4-point and 8-point DFT. These are the general type of questions. DFT as a linear transformation, DFT of delta of n plus 2 into delta of n minus 2 plus delta of n minus 3. Then must be circular time shift to find DFT. Like a Parseval's theorem from the question paper only I have found it, because now we cannot say directly in the syllabus. You be prepared. DFT properties. Very frequently asked questions are circular time shift. What is circular time shift? Explain the circular time shift, circular frequency shift. Explain the properties of DFT. How does circular frequency shift operate? Similarly, what is linearity, symmetricity property, multiplication, multiplication, circular convolution. What is circular convolution process? Using formula, using concentric circle, and using DFT and IDFT. These are the DFT property important questions, and circular convolution important segments. Next is important numerical problems with the solutions. In the case of set transform, there is a repeated problem x of n equal to a to the power n u of n. It may be the standard formula which you already remembered. Use the formula x of z is equal to n equal to 0 to infinity a to the power z to the power minus n. By simplifying, you'll be getting 1 by 1 minus a z to the power minus 1, provided capital Z greater than or is equal to k. What is DFT of delta signal? It is a university question. X of n equal to delta of n plus z of delta n minus 2 plus delta of n minus 3. Therefore, x of k can be written as 1 plus 2 wn 2wn 2k plus wn 3k. Remember this formula, DFT signal. Then DFT for 4-point sequence, repeated for every year. X of n equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you should apply this formula and you should be able to get the answer. Next is from the set 1, you focus on the set transform, set T for finite signals, then properties of set transform, then circular convolution, then DFT, then frequency domain sampling. These are the most important thing. Then other answers also you can go through it. Questions derive DFT, compute 4-point 4-point DFT, 8-point DFT, marking method, like symmetry, time shifting, then Parseval's theorem. These things are very, very important. So from the third set, I observed that the following questions will appear in the coming examination of the DFT property, circular convolution, then DFT sinusoidal sequence, then circular frequency shift and the real-time symmetry. So with respect to the important formula delta of n, set transform of delta of n is equal to 1, delta of u of n is equal to 1 by 1 minus z to the power minus 1, a z of a to the power u of n is equal to 1 by 1 minus a to the power minus 1. That important formula you can remember. DFT cube formula is already given. X of k, that formula you can apply. X of n also you can use this formula. Properties, linearity, periodicity. These are the important formula. Most repeated problems are 4-point DFT, circular convolution, set transform, alpha raised to n u of n, then DFT property, then Parseval's theorem. It is optional, but I have seen in many question papers. So this is actually the content of today's presentation. Here you will come to know that what are the important topics to be covered. So if you cover these important topics, surely you can clear the examination without any issue. Even mathematics and all, you have to practice it well, and your keen observation is required. Okay. So These are the important questions from module 2. Even we have prepared few more that we are going to present in the coming days. Okay, before that I will upload all the issues, what are whatever the things are if people facing, especially while writing the examination, many of the students are facing difficulty. That also we are going to clear. Happy learning. If you are observing our channel first time, request you to subscribe. Kindly share with the people, those who are working on the similar kind of domain. Even it will be helpful for both faculty and students. I wish you all the very best. Happy learning. Have a great day. Thank you all. Thank you once again. Thank you.